Before you scroll away, answer me this. Do people remember you, or do they just use you? You've been told your whole life that kindness is its own reward, that being helpful builds loyalty, that goodness guarantees a place in people's hearts. That is a lie. Machiavelli watched kind men get thrown aside like broken tools. He saw generous leaders erased from history while ruthless strategists were quoted for centuries. And he left a warning that most people ignore. Today, I'm going to show you why being too nice makes you invisible and how to become unforgettable without becoming cruel. Drop this in the comments. I choose strategic visibility. Let's begin. 1. The memory economy. Human memory has limited space. It doesn't rent to nice people. It sells to those who made an impact, good or bad. Think of the kindest person you know. Will anyone remember them in 50 years? Probably not. Now think of someone powerful, not evil, just strong, someone who changed things. You remember their name. Machiavelli said, "Men are so simple that a deceiver will always find victims." But here's the reverse. A forgettable person will always find people ready to forget them. You've been trying to be remembered by being agreeable. That's why you're fading. 2. The invisibility of the helpful. The more you help, the less they notice you. Helpfulness creates short-term thanks. Then it becomes background noise, like a refrigerator. You only notice it when it stops. When you're always solving problems, people stop seeing you. You become a function. Oh, that's just the guy who fixes things. Machiavelli said, benefits ought to be conferred gradually so they taste better. Scarcity creates value. Constant help becomes worthless. Rare help makes you priceless and memorable. The reliable employee gets no parade. The person who solves the impossible crisis once a year gets promoted. Your constant helpfulness builds invisibility, not legacy. 3. The mask of niceness. People don't remember nice, they remember real. Niceness is a mask, smooth, pleasant, forgettable. Realness has edges. Machiavelli, everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. The ones who experience the real you, those are the ones who never forget you. Your most memorable conversations weren't polite small talk. They were honest, uncomfortable moments where someone told you the truth. Discomfort creates memory. Safety creates amnesia. Stop polishing your mask. Show your face, with opinions, with boundaries, with the ability to say no. People may not always like the real you, but they will remember you. 4. The silence of the good. Two people. Person A always speaks, always agrees, always fills silence. Predictable, safe, forgettable. Person B speaks rarely. When they speak, it matters. They let silence stretch. You never know what they'll say, but you listen. Who do you remember? Machiavelli said, be a fox to recognize traps and a lion to frighten wolves. The good person who never stops talking is neither. They're a sheep. Sheep aren't remembered, they're counted. Your words are currency. Spend them on everything, they become worthless. Spend them only on what matters, and so do you. Stop filling silence. Let your rare words carve your name into memory. 5. The trap of approval seeking. Do you want to be liked or remembered? You rarely get both. Universally liked people never challenge anyone, never take a stand, never make anyone uncomfortable, and they are forgotten the moment they leave the room. Machiavelli, it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. Update, it is better to be respected than liked if you want to be remembered. Respect comes from clarity, from boundaries, from saying no when everyone expects yes, from being disliked by the wrong people so you can be valued by the right ones. Every leader you admire, were they universally liked? No. Were they respected? Yes. Approval seeking is amnesia. Boundary setting is legacy. 6. The legacy of the difficult. One man always said yes. Yes to overtime, yes to favors. Everyone loved him.
He worked 30 years. On his last day, cake and a handshake. Within a month, nobody said his name. Another man said no often. No to unreasonable deadlines, no to gossip. Some called him difficult, but when he spoke, the room went quiet. When he left, people still quoted him. His name became a verb. Which are you becoming? Machiavelli, the prince who relies entirely on the goodwill of others, builds his house on sand. Your niceness is sand. Your difficulty, your standards, your boundaries, that is stone. I'm not telling you to be unpleasant. I'm telling you to be specific. Specific people are memorable. General people are not. What won't you tolerate? Answer in one sentence. If you can't, neither will anyone else. 7. The economics of attention. Every day, people decide where to place attention. Attention is the currency of memory. Most try to earn it by screaming, by posting constantly, by being everywhere. But screaming becomes noise, presence becomes invisible. Machiavelli understood power comes from scarcity. The leader who appears rarely commands more respect than the leader always there. The same ad every day becomes wallpaper. The same voice every day becomes background. But someone who appears only when they have something important to say, you lean in. Your presence should be used sparingly, not because you're hiding, because you're selecting. Supply and demand. Constant supply drops demand to zero. Rare supply makes demand skyrocket. Stop being available to everyone. Let people wonder where you are. Let your absence create value for your presence. 8. Become the exception. The world is full of good people, kind people, helpful people, nice people, and they are all being forgotten at this very moment. Not because they're bad, because they're average. Average is amnesia. Average is the crowd. Average is the grave without a name. Machiavelli's greatest insight wasn't about cruelty, it was about exception. The only people who survive history are those who refuse to be normal. You have a choice. Continue being good in a way that makes you invisible, or become strategically unforgettable. That means having opinions that scare the weak, setting boundaries that annoy the entitled, speaking truths that make people uncomfortable, disappearing sometimes so your return shakes the room. The world doesn't owe you remembrance, you have to take it. So here's the real question. Will you die twice, once in flesh, once in silence? Or will you carve your name into something that outlasts you? The choice is yours. If this video opened your eyes, hit like, subscribe for more truth. Share this with someone who's too nice for their own good. Drop this final affirmation: I will not be forgotten. See you in the next video.